and to the series Becoming a Successful Trader, countdown to 365 days. Okay, so as you can see, this is a day 2, and I've actually added a trade here, a limit order. um, the analysis was that when we have this pullback on this distribution structure, or even the accumulation one, um, I'm gonna have a bounce like that much. So I entered um, limit order there, and that's my take profit TP. Okay, so far we are in profit, and I have dragged my SL to swing low of each of the move. Okay, so I think we are definitely gonna hit the profit target. Okay, the logic was very simple. Okay, as that was the backing up action, you can see here, this move was propelled by this one around here on the, oh, this is 5 minutes time frame. Okay, so we had this sweep of the stop losses, then backing up action, market go, there we go. I think it's gonna hit it. Take the TP. It's gonna take a little bit time, I think, but anyway, sign of strength, then it pulls back ABC, backing up action, boom, another sign of strength, again it pulls down, right, pulls back there from TP1 of yeah, this, and you can see backing up action, boom. This was again another reaccumulation, market goes up, another reaccumulation, another reaccumulation, and just goes there. I think I predicted coming to 4 hour time frame that it's gonna go to 70k. We'll see what happens, but I think it's going to TP1 here, which is 70k. Okay, so I think it's very close to hitting our target. So it's new stop loss. I'm just gonna drag this one to swing low there. Okay, at least we're gonna be locking in $2,296 profit. Okay, and I actually invested in two. Okay, let's exit one of it, one of the position. Just wanna take some profit on that one. Okay, select to trade there. Okay, let's yeah. So what are the next trade? Let's do some analysis on gold. Gold and silver were going crazy today. So this is silver. We got a trade there. I would actually like to look at the 4 minutes chart. 4 minutes or 3 minutes, either works, you see backing up action there, another backing up action trade there. So this trade was captured nicely, from our trading system. I think in silver I'm getting good trade. Yeah. I'm gonna code it to actually give a signal in Telegram or something, all these trade setups that we are getting. This one, this one's it's gold. Let me add some session. We are in, so today is Tuesday, by the way. There is just ignore this one right now. Just remember that this is an accumulation Asian session, and all this movement happened in Asian session, huh? That's good. London session market comes down, so I'm hoping like we're gonna be testing this high here, because as you can see on higher time frame it's actually trying to reverse from this low, and we can get the structure aligned there. See, let me just get rid of that, add the concept. There we go. So see, it is making a spring. So this is, well, we got signal here, like this was still in the redistribution or accumulation phase, reaccumulation phase on this big accumulation. So if it breaks above this, you know, pulls back, it's gonna give us really nice trade. And so far so good, looks that way. Resistance coming down there on the support. Now this support structure is coming here, so it's holding that. Gold can really give us substantial trade. Anyway, let's focus on the intraday trade setups. So in 5 minutes, we had a couple of really good trades, backing up action, and it was spring for reaccumulation. Okay, this backing of action was coming from here. If I add trade this from this distribution, we will see spring here. See spring there, right? Yeah. Spring, and then we have test of spring as well. Higher low formation one. See TSP. Okay. TSP. So basically the combination of these two gives me a high probability trade. Okay. And alongside with that, if I add the parallel lines, draw from there, come from here. There we go. So as we have take profit above this, we have take profit below as well. The trend line take profit, you know. So if this is my up thrust on the trend line, suppose this trend line is just a horizontal structure. So what we will see, closes down, then it goes to the next level, support, boom, goes up again, pulls back, support. It can go above this midpoint, so it comes back down, you know. And then we had below this trend line, this structure getting formed, and until and as time gets hit, we see this. Now the same process goes on this one. Okay, you can see as this structure develops, support is here, boom, tries to go above this midpoint, and eventually it goes, then it pulls back again to that point, and then it goes up. Okay, how far it goes, it overcomes this midpoint, pulls back, then it goes up, overcomes that, pulls back, then it again goes up, like that. Okay, where it goes, this midpoint projected there, can go up, comes down like that, resistance again, comes down. So until unless you find support like that, you know, backing up kind of action, we are not looking to enter long trade. Okay, we are waiting either to break this resistance. Okay, and I'll shortly draw that resistance over here. So what you need to do, just plot this for support, for accumulation, and this one for distribution, and you can see those lines coming here. Okay, so there is an overlapping line here. The color is this because it's coming from distribution, and yeah, so we need to break that resistance in order to go up, as we are seeing like this. You see, very strong break, very strong break, very strong break for the continuation pattern here again, as you can see. Okay, so let me just very quickly do some replay, you know, and show you what I mean. Spring got formed, new accumulation structure, selling climax, automatic rally, goes up, backing up action. There is a huge strength there, which is coming from this spring, you know. So even if you enter, that's your profit target TP1, and how much percentage it is. Let me do that. Long target levels. There we go. So 2.3%. See, like we're looking for the break of this trend line that looks like a triangle, then it will, you know, follow through. Otherwise, if the resistance holds, it's gonna come down and look for a logical support level, you know. Backing up action, another one. So this is a good backing up action, you know, as you can see. It forms on this trend line coming from this. Okay, we also get a long trade setup because of this. So you know what, let's enter trade there. 1 unit, risking this much, and this is just for like testing purposes. Okay, and let's see. So it tries to break above but couldn't. Instead it comes down. Now it succeeded there and gap down, my SL got hit. Okay, so basically it says that like book some profit when there is a test of the resistance, then you can add on the breakout, you know. So it's stalling near this support zone or demand zone. You can see absorption is happening. I think this is now a good buy because this trend line got hit. You see this trend line coming from here, which is accumulation structure, and this distribution structure is forming just like that. So it's basically this wave formation that's going on. So I'll actually double down on this one, buy it, put my SL there, you know, and then, and also one important thing to notice here is that it almost reached its target, the distribution target. Okay, yeah, you know, that's always good to check before entering the trade. All right, and I'm gonna drag my TP this, and let's see how it goes. And by the way, I think our take profit got hit on Bitcoin. We'll see. So there we go. Sign of strength, then it comes back down. There we go. Test of spring. Boom. This was kind of like spring, you know. Goes up there. I might want to book small profit because it reached this high of this. So I'll book a smart profit. Maybe I'll sell 0.5. What is that? Minimum is 1, huh? Let's just sell one of the contract and let's continue. And then what I'll do, I'll move my SL to break even and see. Now I'll be reading this book. The Complete Trader by Mark Douglas. This is a really good book, and I might basically do an audiobook on this one, so we'll see. Basically what he says there, no, is like to be a complete successful trader, you need to think like a successful trader. Okay, what it means is, for instance, see right now what's going on. As soon as you made sign of strength, you know, we see this exhaustion. Okay, and then I sold half of the contract, knowing that okay, there might be a upthrust coming in, and I was right. Okay, but for only for half of it, I'm still on the another half of the trade. Okay, what an successful trader or complete trader would do is like they might just take the profit, because they've already been in the trade for almost 4 hours. Okay, so why not just close the trade and look for the next opportunity? Okay, so as it comes down around here, I might look for a backing up action trade, so or LPS from here. So let's see how it goes. Looks like a backing up action to me right here. Didn't quite touch this, but still it's good. I might wanna add another trade because there is a new reaccumulation structure or potential reaccumulation structure forming there. Okay, so there can be a rally there, which we'll see how it manifests. Yeah, let's drag my SL to low up that because I want to give it some room. It can just come around here, so it gives me another trade, another spring trade, and see how it goes. Sign of stand candles, a lot of them lining up, reach resistance, stop there, then just goes through. See, stop there, it was the midpoint, you can see it goes there. So let's just continue. Reach the resistance, by the way. I'll just take another half of the position out. Okay, continue. If it gives me another pullback trade, I'm gonna take it. You might be wondering why I missed this one. Well, why didn't I take this one? Well, it's in this channel. You see, accumulation channel. That's what I like to call it. And you can see our ascending accumulation market structure. See, this was pulled back on this backing up action on this accumulation. So that was the best logical trade to take. Okay. It's giving me an LPS on this midpoint, reaccumulation. As it breaks this trend line, might wanna see what I should do there. There we go. Big sun of stand candle. Let's move our SL to this swing low. Okay. And we got out. This was very quick exit. And here again, we might get another trade to go long, but I'll just let it run and we see these stats. Yeah, okay. We see the equity curve. This was the equity curve, right? And yeah, so let's analyze. And by the way, the win rate was 75%, profit factor 3.86. Let's exit out of that, go to Bitcoin. I think our TP got hit there. I still not hit. Okay, stopped from there, So let's just exit ourselves, okay, because already exited half of the position and only half of it is left, so I'll just take it out. Okay, so we are on $2,000 profit. Okay, so looking for the next trade setup, what might have to happen is for now I think it's a London session. As you can see, London session, okay, Tuesday, Asian session, it did some sideways movement. London session market volume, lot of volume came in the market, right? Then we are getting prepared for the New York session, so we'll see what happens. But what I'm anticipating for the New York session is kind of like this, and then continuation. Okay, because this is where, like, this is the channel we are holding on right now, so we'll see what happens. Hmm. What about gold? Where is gold? This is where we exited, and then it does another reaccumulation and finally spikes back up. You see, yep, Asian session, boom. London session is coming down. I think it's gonna continue to fall as long as we're not breaking out of this. When we do, I think around here, after an hour or so, which means it's gonna be 12 5 minutes candle, because 12 times 5 is 60, 1 hour. So after 1 hour, from this, there are 12 bars, you might see some movement, and after that another 1 hour you can add like that. So what I'm trying to say is that the time where they converge at a point, this is very important time. Okay, I'll just add the alert. Instead of doing price, I'll just time a vertical line. I think it's good. This one I like.
Hey, take a look.
All right, we'll see what happens. Only here time got completed. This line are meeting here. That's why we had this big momentum. It's holding this one. So this trend line will hold. Okay. We'll see what happens though, but yeah, that's why I actually like to keep it separate, accumulation and distribution. Here I like to keep accumulation, you know, So I'll just disable the distribution. And here I like to keep accumulation distribution chart. I'll just clear out the accumulation. And this is what we see. All right. This is Tuesday, by the way. Monday, gold is 5-day market, right? That's why actually you see Sunday is there. That should be Monday. Sunday is not included in gold. You know. Okay. Anyway, the point being is this was the accumulation structure that got formed on New York session. That was good accumulation. So it is a strong accumulation. Okay. Goes up, backing up action happened, and you know what, like let's just sync all of these so that whenever I'm like explaining, it should also go to the same point in time. You see this big upside move, then it pulls back here. This one, this was that point. Okay, from here it goes up there, high of the day. You see that was your this one. Then it pulls back, gives me backing up action there, where here it was spring. So when there is two confluence, here is spring, here is backing up action. It's really good trade. Okay, and you can see the strength of that trade. When it goes up, I think here it's giving me a divergence, which I can prove it to you by adding wave volume. Well, it was better than divergence. Actually, more effort was put here on this up wave, but the result was that it wasn't that much because it closed below this high. So it has this like very down move. Okay. In this case, I think this was up thrust. So let's check it out. I'll just draw everything here. See up thrust, volume as well. So now we can see that more effort, less result. Market comes down. Again, it's making spring. Here it's making backing up action. So it's a very high probability trade. You know what I should do? Like I should actually code it. You know, if it's like if both of them are matching and giving me really good trade, as in this case backing up spring, I should actually go ahead and make that trade, you know. Yeah, anyway, so on Friday, this is what happened on Friday. Then on no, this is Monday, and this is on Tuesday. Asian session, backing up action, boom. The wave got completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's coming down like that. All of bullish divergence showing there. LPS here, boom. Yeah, we're waiting for this to happen. What's going on 1 minute time frame though? Let's check it out. 1 minute time frame. It's resistance. A lot of buying there. Why it's showing me the trade setup of the distribution? Shouldn't show me the distribution trade setup, right? You know what? Let's just put it there. Yeah. So TB3 all got raised, goes up there, backing up action. It pulls comes back down here. From there it comes down. It's on this high. So this structure that's coming from here, we are at the high point of that. We need to break this resistance to go up. Okay, and we'll see what happens after that. But so far so good. I'm gonna put a backing up action trade here, a limit order. Limit order there, and I'll just put 5. Okay, because on the London session can just very easily come down. My SL will be 39 bucks. My TP will be high of this. I can do the same analysis on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is breaking, you see, trend line break, and 1 minute this support is breaking above. We had more effort, less result on this downwheel. Bullish divergence goes up. And this could be a trap. We'll know only after this candle, So we'll see what happens. But what I'll do is it's going up. I'm gonna put my, it's going to take it to here. I'm gonna put my order around this point. The reason is as the time passes, this will be around here, and where they are meeting, for instance, it's breaking up. So where they were meeting like this, that around here, this is the price. So I'll just enter on that price, limit order to limit. I'll bring it down here, put my SL below the trend line, my TP there. So I'm risking 400 bucks to make 1200 bucks, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll just leave it there. So we'll check back later on. All right, so that's the analysis for Bitcoin. What's happening on daily time frame, by the way. Doesn't look good. Let me just disable that. It is showing a strength. Okay, really good strength. This spring is playing out. It's gonna go to this point, 73k. By the time it's around here, it's gonna be 70k. Let's see. Important point to notice is, you see this 277 lime color, that's your bullish divergence, bullish wave volume divergence, which is really good signal. It's your bearish divergence, you see, more effort, less result, comes down, more effort, less result on this downward, so it comes up like that. Okay, so yeah guys, I'll check back later on and we'll see how it goes. But before we do that, let's quickly see it on 3 minutes time frame, and you can see there's like a lot of selling happening. So I think my limit order is good, and we'll check back later on. So yeah, alright guys, that's all for this session now. We'll start at 7:30 or 8. Okay, so So I'll see you guys there. Thank you.